Hey everybody, it's Saturday night. Normally we're watching Usual Suspects, but there is no Usual Suspects tonight. Just me. So let me get this open up on my computer so I can hear if y'all are here. I don't know. I think it worked. I ran it 3 times. I tested it right here. So let's see how well this worked. I did this. I found these designs in Design Space and I was like, oh, those would be cute stencils. So let's play with them. Let's get them off of our mat. And Denise! Oh, look at this mess I got. Guys, when you craft, your desk becomes a mess. I'm suspect and unusual. Okay, cool. Alright, let me get live chat chosen here so I don't miss anything. Alright, so I have off Amazon, I purchased this these blank stencil sheets, 12 by 12. They're 7 mil Mylar. And then I used my Cricut Maker and went in Design Space, and I found these designs, and so I made a set for Valentine's, and I made a set for St. Patrick's Day. So let's see what we got here. Let's hope that this works. So I'm going to roll everything off my mat like this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. We may have to do a little punching here. May have to do a little bit of punching through. There's one piece that's stuck to the mat. Everything else just kind of came out together. Hey, Lori. What game are you playing? What game are you playing? So I wanted to tell you, when you do stencils, the little Mylar pieces that cut out, you can color these with alcohol marker, and then you can use them as whatever you want to use them. If they're small enough, they can be like the confetti stuff to go inside a shaker, or just, you can just have different shapes or whatever. But anyway, let me get the cover for this back on it. So I don't want nothing getting on here. I don't want no dust, no paper fibers. This is going to be my stencil mat. I'm sure there's nothing on this thing right here. What is that on there? Get off there. Anyway, I try to keep this mat as clean as possible. And this is going to be my stencil mat. That way I'm not worrying about paper fibers in the way. Good morning, Mommy. Lala. Those that don't know, Lala is Mommy Guide Ink. So I ran it through. I chose Mylar. I chose more pressure. And I ran it through 3 times. And I kept checking before I unloaded it. When this one popped out. Oh, you guys can't probably see that. This one right here popped out. And this popped up. And I said, oh, okay. And so... but it didn't, everything is not falling out. I may just have to push everything through. Hi, Sharon. Oh, yeah, I'm staying warm. It's 28 degrees right now and dropping. It's steadily dropping. Well, it feels like 16, it said. The wind is whipping. Oh, okay, the game is called Township. Is that a Facebook game? All right, so what I did was, like I said, I made... this can be used for Valentine's, or it can be used for, it's just a heart. But I can put some curl up some mint tape on there, and then in the middle of a card, I can do a heart shape for a bigger card, of course. This is a little big for an A2 card, but my brain was like, a lot of people are always wanting stencils and things for 5x7 cards, so I'm going to try to get myself into 5x7s. So, anywho, so we got the heart stencil. Guys, I'm telling you, if you spend, I'm trying to think how much, I think it was $10.99 for that pack of stencil paper. And it has 10 sheets in here. And for an A2 size card, I can get 4 stencils easily out of this. So that's 40 stencils that I could get out of here. You can't buy 40 stencils from these companies. And love the companies, but you cannot buy stencils for 40 stencils for 10 bucks, 11 bucks. Yours went back up to 30. It's 21 degrees in South Georgia. Wow. Yeah, we're dropping. I'm further away from the coast, Lori. I'm usually a little bit colder than Jacksonville, actually, even though I'm like kind of like south, a tiny bit south of you. You know, southwest of you. But I'm usually a little bit colder because I'm not near the coastline. So this one is my St. Patrick's Day one. Look, my little clover pieces. We're just gonna pop all them out now. When I was waiting for the maker to come, I was so excited about this because I love making stencils, my own stencils, because, well, then chances are nobody else is going to have the stencil I have. You know what I mean? And I probably could have sent this through again. So if you go to cut Mylar with a maker, if you choose the Mylar setting and you choose more, and like I said, I did 3 runs. This sound issue when I try to speak is terrible. Be right back. Okay. See, look. Like, see that little heart that just cut out? I can color that with alcohol marker. And then I can have it as a, or I can leave it that color, you know, and use it in a shaker. So if you do this, try to save some of your little bits and pieces if you can. Where'd that? See, look at the little shamrock. I can color that green. If I'd ran it through a 4th time, I probably wouldn't be fighting with this at all. But Linda got impatient and saw that one came out good and said, oh, okay. So, yeah. 4 runs, guys. Do 4 runs. Don't be like Linda. Don't be impatient, because look, that doesn't want to come off of there. No. It's you know, it's so much easier just to go to a company and let the company make it for you and all that, but you aren't going to get 40 stencils for $11. I can tell you that. That's my crafter math. Of course, the machine cost, but I'm making other things with it. I'll come back to that. Let's get out the ones that'll come out. The ones that aren't going to give me an issue. And I'll go over those other ones with either my little tiny... whatchamacallits. Look at that. Now I have a clover stencil. Like that I can put on, too. So what are y'all getting into? What time is it in the Philippines, Lala? I know it's tomorrow. I really am excited about this one. I hope this one did real well, because it's a layered stencil. Monday, 12:54 p.m. Oh, okay. So you're like 12 hours. I ask this every time because my memory's not the greatest. So it's like 12 hours ahead of us. This is going to be so cool. So cool, y'all. Linda, I'm just resting. I can't sleep, but at least I can rest, you know. Yes, I know. I tried making some stencils with other materials, but in the end, the one that is the best is really Mylar. Right, right. I've done it with acetate that I bought. They said it was Mylar, but when it came to me, it wasn't white like this. And when I had the original maker, and it did them, but it was a fight. And like I said, these, I shouldn't have been impatient. And I should have let it cut a 4th time. But I got really impatient. I was like, okay, that should be good. You know, I was really surprised when it didn't automatically do to... Oh, cool. Yeah, that's another way to do stencils, too, is to use the dies that we have and stuff. That's a really good idea, Lala. I don't know why I've never done that. I haven't. That's a great idea. Let's see, now that one left a little jagged line. Why is that line jagged? Oh, because the heart coming into it. That's why. Because the... Anyway. Anywho. I was doing this and I was like, well, Denise had told me earlier, she's like, if you go live, let me know. And then usually I'm watching Eddie Lugo Studios, but there is no live tonight, so I was like, well, let me do a Saturday night live. I think I'm going to switch my lives to Saturday night, guys. You know, it's like, because it seems to me like more people like to craft at night than they do during the middle of the day. Plus, in the middle of the day, you got... Trixie, what are you doing? Trixie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Trixie is my Shih Tzu, for those that don't know. Yes. What are you doing? You don't want to come up here with me. Do you? You want to come up here? Oh, she wants to come up here with me. Of course she does. Of course she does. She likes to push me out of my chair. You know if you come up here... Oh, well. I don't know why that hurt you. That shouldn't have hurt you. Crybaby. Sit there and be quiet. Sit there and be quiet. You probably had more fun roaming around the floor, but I don't know what you were getting into over there. I've got packaging on the floor I threw down. And you were sniffing around in it. You're back, yay! Welcome back, back, back. Lori's back, back, back. Tell a friend. Run, hide. No, don't. Well, 10 years later, we have our stencil. Once we get all these popped out and everything, then I'll throw some ink down with them on some cardstock. So this design was already in Design Space. This was a Cricut Access image. Can you guys even see it? I thought it was so cool. Look at all these. Aw, Dee Dee, Lori's giving you hugs. Or waving at you, something like that. I think it's hugs. Yeah, I think people prefer the crafting stuff at night than... Oh, and I was saying, because in the middle of the day, you got... I know you do. I know you do. You've been showing me all kinds of shamrock stuff. I was like, yep. I did the hearts and stuff because I love all the Valentine stuff. And then I was like, I know which one Denise will like. Hey, Linda, gotta go. My sister needs my help. Talk to you later. Good night, Linda. And everyone stay safe and warm, everybody. Bye, says Sharon. Bye, Miss Sharon. Have a safe night. Hope y'all stay warm also. Hope everything's okay with your sister. All right. Did I get them all? No, everything. Oh, wait, we got one right here. So let me get a piece of cardstock. And let me... So that's the only one that I didn't get out all the way. All right. That's okay, though. Where are my itty-bitty scissors? My itty-bitty little teeny-weeny spellbinder scissors here. And let's see if I can just... I'm not really cutting. I'm just kind of pushing against the line that's there already. Because all I'm wanting to do is get it to go with the natural cut that it already has. Because I don't want to mess it up. Okay, back to annoying little game. Okay. If it's annoying, why would you play it? Spin it back and forth and see if it'll pop out that way. Because I don't want to mess it up with the scissors. There we go. We got it out. Okay, phew. All right. And I got 2 more to go through. But let's just real quick, just to give you guys an idea here. I said, friend, let me tell you a story. And let's find a green. Looking for a green. All right. Right here on top of those 2 are these 2 greens. So we've got Shabby Shutters and we got Rustic Wilderness. You can tape it down and do all that, but I'm just wanting to show you guys. Just use... Ta-da! I have a stencil and I didn't have to... It's as addictive as my annoying dots. Ah! Yeah, so it's probably as addictive as these annoying stencils are for me, doing stuff like this. I had to fight my anxiety over this, so my anxiety was like, it ain't gonna cut right, you ain't gonna be able to do it, people are gonna laugh at you. That's what my anxiety tells me. Even though I know what I'm doing with a Cricut. You know, it's like, I've been using a Cricut since 2017. Melody Lane taught me well. And I could have used a bigger brush, but because I didn't leave a big border, and the reason I didn't leave a big border is because I wanted to get 4 stencils out of 1 sheet. You know, I want to get the most for my money. You know, when you're on a very small income, you're going to make things go as far. And so if I use the little brushes, then I can get up to these edges if I don't tape it off. You know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean? You all know who Vern is? Yeah, I think I'm in a better mood at night also. I'm thinking I might need to just switch to the... What do y'all think? I should have taped that down. Let me grab a piece of mint tape. Since I'm doing this, I should be doing it correctly. I should have left a bigger border, too, so when I tape it, I'm not in the design. But if you have a Cricut and you're creating these, you can do you, boo. You can make bigger borders. You can do all that cool stuff you want to do. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I wanna. Alright, so we're just going over this with some light color. And the reason I'm doing this one in between the others, so people don't get bored me just pushing and punching out plastic pieces. I don't want to bore y'all. That's not my goal. But I was so excited about this, I wanted to share it with my peeps. By the way, if you have a crafting channel or you're a creator and you type in hashtag peeps, your channel will share in the comment section. But don't like Denise, show them. Show them, please, if you're not making med runs or anything. I know you're at work. Another reason for doing this, I can cut this out too, you know, make a shaped card out of it or whatever. And since I have the heart shape in my Cricut, I could always make a shaped card with it, or I can use this as a template to make a shaped card. So, now let's go in with just a little bit of the, oh wait, I missed a couple. At least it looks like I missed a couple. Let's go in with a little bit of a darker green just to give it a little oomph. A little oomph oomph. So, oh yeah, that's much darker. I didn't want to do the entire thing. I just wanted to like do an outline of it. Probably messing up the design, but I can go in and just change them around a little, you know. I'm no Jennifer McGuire, even though I strive to be. I should tap it off probably before I put it on, and then it wouldn't hit so dark. Like, anyway, you guys get the gist. You guys get the idea. So let's do the reveal and see what the Cricut from the stencil made by Cricut, made with the Cricut, does. Ta-da! See my... Now, the reasoning for this is because if I line this, I take this and I double it up like so. Let's get a fresh piece. Sorry, these folks are chatty tonight. It's okay. It's probably the cold weather, probably making them feisty like it does the cats. And the full moon on top of it. Alright, so I've got me double stick tape. And I'm going to line it right up to my design that I just stenciled. Right? Then, and then, now, I can just go around the outer side. And you guys can get a bigger brush and do, you know, bigger area or whatever if you feel like you need to. And I can just go over this like this. I'm just doing a quick, I'm not doing a like perfect ink blending. I'm not teaching you how to ink blend. I'll share the design with you if you want to cut it, or unless you want me to, if you want me to cut the stencil for you, I will cut it for you and then mail it to you, Miss Denise. Or your maker should cut it too if you want to. If you want to cut it, I can just share the design with you. Or I can make it for you. Either way, you decide. You decide. I know Miss Margot's going to like it too. She's sleeping, I'm sure. She's had to work today. And she's got she had 4 degrees, she said. Oh my goodness, she told me in one of the comments from she commented on today's live when she watched the replay. And she said it's 4 degrees. So what's the weather like in the Philippines right now? Is it summer? Is it winter there? What's the weather going on there? Okay, like I said, this is just samples, me just showing you what this does. And now look. So I can have a colored background and then have and I can size this down and make it smaller, make it bigger, you know. You can paint with it. You can do whatever you want with these. And then you just clean them off with some rubbing alcohol. And voila. All right. Let's pop the plastic out of these other two, because these other two I'm really like tickled about. I'm tickled pink. Y'all know I love the color pink. Let's get all these shamrocks though out of my way. We don't have winter. We have only 2 seasons, wet and dry, but the temperature is always almost on the average 25 to 30 degrees Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Alexa, what is 25 degrees Celsius translated into Fahrenheit?
25 degrees Celsius equals 77 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful temp. Oh, okay. It's about 60 to 75% relative humidity. Oh. Well, we've got high humidity here in Florida. All right, so let's see how this one did. How these two did. And I can use this leftover stuff with my dies. Like, I can... This little heart die right here. And I can pop that on there. Run it through my die machine. Like, thank you, Lala. Like Lala said. And then I can have more stencils. These little leftover pieces are not wasteful. They're not wasted. Not at all. But this one here, if this works. See, this was designed to be a, like a cover plate. You know, like they designed it to cut paper with, and this was supposed to be the piece that goes on top of this. But I was like, oh, I could do that like a stencil. And so we're going to see how it turns out. I mean, the worst that could happen is that I didn't like it. It's not like, you know, but I think I'm going to. I think they'll each work on their own as well as together. Oh, cool. You did layering stencils from your layering. Oh, that's awesome, Lala. Is that on your channel? Because if it is, I need to go watch it. Did you share that with us? Or was that crafting for just you? You know, we do that sometimes. We just craft for ourselves. Crack it and pop it. Crack and pop. Crack and pop. Make you feel like cracks. Snap, crackle, pop. Rice Krispies. This is going to be beautiful. It is in Lynn's master class. I created a class for using cutting dies 5 more ways and using them as stencil is one. Another is resin mold. Oh, Margot, you're awake. I just told everybody you were probably sleeping because you had to work. Are you off on Sunday? I was telling everybody that it was 4 degrees there with you. I didn't say where was, but I said there where Miss Margot is. Well, now, you know, I'm stealing you, right? I'll feel like I'm stealing. Imposter syndrome. I'll be feeling like I'm stealing if I do that on my channel. Like I'm stealing. I'll just have to make sure I credit you for telling me about doing it. Yikes. Keep warm, friends. I will not survive in that cold weather. Right? Well, I'm in Florida. It's not supposed to get this cold. We're having record colds this year. They threatened us with snow. They threatened me with a good time. Of course, they took the threat away. They realized Linda would enjoy some snow, seeing some snow out her window, and I would probably like to go play with it. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot more Cricut stuff on my channel. And once I get brave enough and quit listening to the anxiety, I'm going to try to set it up so that I can do walkthroughs. And, you know, it's like, I have the means to do it now. I just need to get over my anxiety. You know, quit listening to that fear voice. I heard that it snowed for you guys lately, Kendra said, but it's not supposed to snow in Florida, right? Right. Now, Kendra is a little tiny bit north of me. Not very far north, but if she's right on the Georgia border, she's probably about an hour north of me. Right, right. Yeah, it's nice when we all share information together, you know? It's like, I like to let everybody know what I know, and I like to learn what they know, you know? It's like, and not everything that works for some will work for others. But if we all share our knowledge and we all share our info together, then crafting will be so much easier and more affordable. And that's my thing, is things being more affordable. Oh, nice, nice. You know, I used to work at Pink and Maine, Lala. Health reasons and caused me not to anymore, but I used to work down there in Palmetto. But I'm further north than that now. I'm way further north. And then I think MFT is like no more. Yeah, I used to ship packages and stuff for them. Package up stuff for them. Michelle is a sweetheart. Absolutely love her. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, me too, because I really liked them. I have some of their elf stamps and stuff. It's like, I really miss, you know, their stuff was really good. All right, so this is our first layer. Ta-da! And now look at all these cool shapes I have that I can play with that are acetate. I can play with those. And look, they stick to you. It's like sequins do. Have you guys ever had to open up the sequins and package them? When you pour them out, they just jump everywhere from the static. It's so funny. They used to be like, Linda, do you want to do this, the stencil, not stencils, the sequins? I'm like, yes, because I loved it. I'm like a little kid with stuff like that. All right, so this is the second layer here. And this one I'm going to get little hearts out of. Yeah, me too. All right. You see what I'm doing? I'm going to let's pre-crack it. Pre-crack it. Make it easier for myself. Because my hands are like, what are you doing? Oh, no. Oh, no, you got to come out of there. Oh, no, that one didn't do well. Oh, no, my hearts have to come out of there. That heart don't want to come out. We're going to make it. You got to come out of there. You're not being sent to the corner. Get out. There we go. There we go. We got it. We got it, by golly. Okay, I had enough coffee now. Can y'all tell? It's like, have some more coffee, Linda. Ooh, 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 ooh. Have some more sleep and coffee. Yeah. Isn't that going to be pretty with the little circles in the middle? I think so. And you can do them in 2 different colors now. Right? Right? Isn't it? That's what I thought too. It's like, and it's not just plain hearts like the other stencils that I made that I was using. I mean, I have stencils from companies too. But, you know, there's nothing as satisfying as saying, yeah, I did that. When you're making it, you're like, yep, I even made the stencil that I'm using. All right, I'm not going to fight with the hard ones right now. My fingers are wanting to go numb. Yeehaw. Woohoo. Numb fingers. So look, I can just color that with some alcohol ink and have me a little... All right. These hearts are I'm gonna probably... 4 times, guys. Do 4 times. Don't do 3 and get impatient like I did. Because if I did it 4 times, I wouldn't be fighting with these at all. It just needed that little extra, and I just didn't let it do it. Gotta crack it all the way, that's all. We'll get what we can now, and then we'll fight with what we can't. We're having a hard time with after. Get all the easier pieces out now, though. Go one way, then go the other. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you one way. I mean, you could leave them in and just make it so they're solid hearts, but I didn't want that. I wanted the heart outline. Drive by your house. I am working alongside you, preparing 20 sets of 5 different cards for a total of 100 cards for an IRL event on February 6th. Oh, wow. Ooh, you got a nice singing voice, Linda. Another talent I didn't know you... I wish I did. Everybody says that, but when I was a little girl, I used to stand in front of the mirror. I wanted to be the next Loretta Lynn. Y'all know who Loretta Lynn is? I went and saw the movie Coal Miner's Daughter with my brother when we lived down in Hialeah. My foster mother dropped me and my brother off at the movies in Coral Gables because she was going to do something. I don't go to see her mother or something. I don't remember. Anyway, we wanted to go see the movie, so she dropped us off. That was back in the 70s when you could drop a 7- and 8-year-old kid off at the movies. You know, you don't do that nowadays, but back then they did that stuff. They dropped us off. 5 years old, let us walk around Miami, you know, without an adult, and wild childhood, I tell you. Anyway, so when I came back, I was like infatuated with the whole story about how, and I was like, well, I could become a singer too. But I didn't do it. I ended up becoming a smoker. And I didn't have any training, and I didn't have anybody to... My anxieties took over a lot of things. A lot of things, a lot of dreams. And then I wanted to be a chef, and I've had so many different dreams of what I wanted to do. And then I wanted to be the best grandma in the world. Yeah, so much for that, too. It's like, kids, I don't want to be around them anymore. No, I'm joking. One way or another. I need a different song in my head. All right, there's just the hearts left. Yeah. Look at this, sticking to me. Oh, this is going to be fun getting these all off there. Come on. Scoochie Magoochie, as I tell Trixie. And she scooches. She knows now what that means. All right. So... Denise, I can hear you now. You make it, Linda. No, you make it, Denise. No, you make it, Linda. We'll get Melissa to make it. Melissa's like, heck no, I ain't making it. I'm talking about some people who aren't even here. Yeah, so I think some people won't watch me because I have a tendency to start singing in my lives. And some people just don't like that. But, you know, it's different strokes for different folks. It would be, but that's not what I intended this one to be for. So, I want the full intention. Can always do another one where I don't cut those out. I can always make another layer where I don't even cut out the hearts. Just go in and contour that part out so it just leaves a solid heart. And we already know it cuts this piece out really good. Oh, hi, Joe. Look at that. We got Lala from the Philippines, Joe from Australia. I wonder where Ree from Australia... Uh-oh, I just broke my stencil. But that's okay. Right here, see? You gotta be careful when you're doing this. I broke it, but that's all right. It's gonna be okay, Linda. I promise you. I promise you it will be. Oh, stop breaking it, Linda. Not gonna be any good if you break it. Drive by your house, light on one way or another. I'm gonna get you. Yes, Joe is more in the future than you, Lala. Look at all these futuristic people visiting me. All right, that one's just not wanting to. There we go. You know, it's not hot in here. But when I hear the heater, I psychosomatically start sweating. It's crazy. It's like my kneecaps are cold, but I'm sweating. Crazy, I tell you. Just because I'm hearing the heater and the lights are beaming on me. Once I get this done, the card, it's going to be worth it because the cards I'm going to be able to make with this are going to be so pretty. Patience is a virtue, grasshopper. Y'all remember that show, Kung Fu? Hi-ya! Patience, grasshopper. Patience and vision. Almost there, guys. We're almost there. And then we can make something with it. We got a nice big mess here, too. Linda and her cold kneecaps. Denise. My kneecaps get cold. I don't know. I hear the wind chime out there. Oh, it's windy, guys. The wind is whipping. I got a mess to clean up once the wind stops blowing tomorrow. What was from Karate Kid? Okay, Margot. Wax on, wax off was Karate Kid. And Patience Grasshopper, that was the show Kung Fu with David Carradine. Back in the 70s. Mr. Miyagi, yeah, he was wax on, wax off. Patience Grasshopper was, I'm pretty sure David Kerrigan said it first with Kung Fu. Alexa, who was the first one to say Patience Grasshopper in the TV series?
The phrase Patience Grasshopper comes from the 1970s TV series Kung Fu. Master Po first called Kwai Chang Caine Grasshopper during a training lesson about awareness.
Y'all can't hear that, but I'm right. David Kerrigan, Kung Fu. I'm right. I'm not right very often, but I'm right, Denise. Okay, this one's not wanting to work. And she said a lot more than I could repeat because I can't remember it, but something about somebody and it was somebody grasshopper. Right, that one just is like gonna have to stay solid because I'm not fighting with it. So we'll have a solid one. It'll be all right. I don't want to fight with these anymore. My hands are like, okay, I've done this one enough. I'm looking at taking up martial art at some point. Are you, Joe? You're just between everything you're gonna take up, and you're a busy fella. Busy fella. Okay, that one isn't wanting to play nice either. These here at the lower end are not wanting to play nice. Which will be all right. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it. We got it. Toyota. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. I'm not gonna rip it. There we go. This is the one that wants to fight with me. But guess who's winning? Guess who's winning that fight? Me. I ripped it. I ripped my stencil, didn't I? Yep. That's okay. So we got 2 rip spots in our stencil because Linda is stubborn and wouldn't leave it alone. But it'll be okay. As long as I'm careful there. And I could probably glue it back together. There's another spot. I can't see it now, but there's another spot. All right, and then we'll do a sample of this one. We'll just turn our paper over. All right. So, I'll worry about all those later. I'm just going to take this. I'm just doing a sampling right now. So I think what I'm going to do, so this is smaller around than this one. Look. So it kind of goes like that. And I didn't make it thick. I should have made a thicker border because then I could have put registration marks. But when the borders are so thin, you can't do the registration marks. So let's do this one first, and then we'll do the heart second. Let's just get us a clean sheet. Let's just get us a clean sheet over here. We'll do 8.5 by 11, and we'll worry about cutting it after we stencil with it. All right. So we're going to do this one first. We're going to get our mint. Well, let's cut the paper. Let's cut the paper into panels. And then that way we can just work that way. So we'll cut 2 panels down. That's not the right size. Linda, pay attention. Measure twice, cut once. Mountain biking. Oh, do they? Oh. Phew. Just thinking about the things you're talking about doing, I'm wore out. Joe. All right, first one we're going to do is this one. And it's bigger than an A2, so we can just flip it over like this. And go just like so. I said to myself, flip it like this. Just tape it to that. And then tape it like so. Just do it like so. And then we'll get us a pretty color. Let's do Seedless Preserve. Seedless Preserve is pretty. Remember, tap, 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 and then come in with your color. And this is just a panel, so we'll end up cutting it down anyway. So if we get it on the outskirts here, it'll be all right. This will almost look like a tufted quilt or something. This is be pretty design. I'm really happy with this. I'm so glad I didn't listen to my anxiety. It's my anxiety. You do. Feel somebody's watching. It's my anxiety. This is going to be so cool. So cool, I tell you. And if your ink pads are nice and juicy and your brushes are nice, newer, not... Okay, see, that's wanting to hop up and down on me, and I don't want it to do that. I don't want it to hop up and down on me, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tape it down to the... so it'll quit hopping down, which means I won't be able to keep turning it, so I'll have to do some... bring it up higher so that I... weird angles with my hands here. And let's do this. It's a thinner stencil, so it's gonna, if you don't tape it real well, it's gonna hop. So, hop, hop, hop. Hop, hop, hop. Hop on pop. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. So beautiful, I tell you, beautiful. It's going to be craftabulous, y'all. Absolutely craftabulous, I think. I think it's going to almost have like a quilty, tufted quilt look. Just this. And like I said, you can do either or layer. So, that's what I loved about this one, because it's like... layering, but also my wrists are like not happy that I'm doing all this, but they can shut up. I'll deal with them tomorrow. I'll deal with them tomorrow. Yeah, I didn't tape this down to the... I taped this to this, but I didn't tape this down. So it still leaves it a little hoppy. Hoppy. Hop, hop, hop. Alright, we just wanted a light texture there. Alright, let's do the reveal. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think that's a pretty panel. But we're going to make it even prettier for Valentine's Day. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this on top of there like that. And we're going to line our circles back up. But our heart's underneath it, so it's going to be what grabs the, that's kind of the area there. That's kind of the area. That's not where I want it. I want these hearts in the middle of the design. Right in the middle there. There we go. And then we'll just tape this down like that. And we'll tape this down like that. And we'll tape this one down here. And we're going to go in with the same color. Or should we do a different color? I wasn't thinking about all my white's going to become a different color when I go over it now. Well, it'll be all right because what's already got ink will be darker than what doesn't have ink. It is very dainty, right? I always like these dainty designs, and they're like... So we're just going to come in here. And it's going to color in these here, but it's going to make the ones that are already colored darker. And we're going to give us some hearts in there. It's not going to leave the white. We'll see. You know, trial and error, guys. Trial and error. If I used a little stencil brush, like say this one, then I could just get the heart only. You know, just go in and just put hearts in. If I wanted to keep the white circles. But I wanted them to be a lighter purple, pink. Purplish pink, but I wanted the hearts to be darker in the center. See, there'll be an outline of the heart that's lighter in the color. Yeah, I think I'm going to love this too. And you can do it like... You can do it! If I can do it, you can do it too. Do it. I mean, if it doesn't color it pink like these, I'm not so much worried about that. But I want these hearts to be nice and dark in the middle. Like I say, we can go in with our... If you really wanted to keep those white, you could just lay this back over the top like that, right? Tape that down and then stencil on top of the stencils. Hi, Margot. Welcome back. Welcome back, back. Margot's back. Tell a friend. Do. I mean, you can do it like gradient too, so that it's like darker to light. You know. What is it I always say? You do you, boo. Yeah, I finally got done with all the popping of the plastic pieces out. So, and when I get over my anxiety, I'm going to pull out my engraving blade and some of my acrylic that I've had for years. Thank you, Lala. And I'm going to attempt to do some engraving. I want to make a wedding gift for my son. So, like, yeah, I think it's going to be kind of cool. All right, and just for touch-up purposes, I'm going to come in here because I want, like, this heart's not very dark. I want the heart dark. Just come in and brighten up them hearts. You can always use paste or whatever, you know. It's like... trying to show you what I was envisioning when I was... This was an already made pattern. Cricut Access has awesome stencil patterns already, yo. It doesn't take a lot of brain power. You just gotta take the time to search. Yeah, if I'd have put the stencil over, that circle right there would have been easier to see. I just want the heart. I wanted the hearts darker than these things. I could go in with a purple or something, you know, but I'm trying to keep it tone on tone. And this is Seedless Preserve Oxide. If you're wondering what the color is that I'm using. It's a beautiful pinkish. It's got like a little plum color to it. It's really pretty. And you could spritz it with some glitter stuff. You can do all kinds of stuff to this, guys. Glossy accents. Yes, right? Absolutely. Yes. Like I said, we'll end up cutting the panel down. You know what else you can do? I'm going to show you what else you can do. Oh, don't move. Stay together. Don't move. Stay together. Now, while that's still on there, you can take this just like so. And take it just like I said to myself, self. And because it's paper, paper without a shim, without a dye, it's going to be thinner than... So, I'm going to add a little shim. Put a shim right behind there. And I'm going to run it through my embossing folder, and it's going to give it a little more texture. Now, if this wasn't a distress oxide or something like that, you know, if this wasn't a water reactive ink, then I could do this with, I could have spritzed it with water and it will make it so that it indents it more. But if you really want a good, and I should have thought about this prior, where's it at? Where is it? We have these embossing mats. I guarantee you, if we go like this, let's see how that runs. Let's see if it's too thick for my machine or if it works. I may have to take one shim off. We'll see. Nope, it's going through. I don't know. No, it's pushing it out. I probably should have took the one shim off because it's like not really liking what I'm doing here. Kind of bent my plate a little, but that's all right. All right, that should have embossed for us. It did. Embossed, debossed, something to that effect. I should have took the A thing off, though, because that was a little on the tight side. My machine didn't really care for it. Did you hear that, how it was straining? All right, you guys ready for the reveal? For the reveal of all this? Look at that. And if you look closely, you can see the dimensions of it a little. I think it's pretty, but I think it would have been prettier. So you can see the design on the back side. So if you want to emboss with it, you can do that too. Yes, yes. Thank you, Lala. We need to make an actual card with it, though. And by sending that through with the embossing stuff. That's what, if you got a die machine and you're wondering what that rubber mat's for, that's what it's for. They're for, thank you, Margot did a drum roll for me. So now, in my opinion, I should have put, when I put this on here, right? I should have put this on the top of it. Because you can't really see my circles that good anymore. I mean, I can still see them, but they're not that good. So let's make a quick card with it. Let's not use our 12 by 12 papers, Linda. Let's use our 8.5 by 11. Let's see, do I got a pretty pink background paper for that? I do, but it's just not the right tone, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, and I could always ink blend if I decided I wanted to. Man, I got a big old mess of these Mylar pieces everywhere. All right. You okay? You gotta lay down. You can't be moving around. You're gonna get my elbow and stuff. What are you doing? You want to get back on the floor? You want to get back down? All right, get back down. And Mommy won't hit you with her elbow no more. I'm busy up here, Trixie. So we're just gonna cut that down. And we're gonna score that. Yeah, a little tiny score buddy would be great when I have stuff like this. All right, so that's 8.5 that way, 5.5 that way. It's a typical A2 card size I'm doing. So I'm cutting this down to 4 1/4. I'm just gonna one more time on that side just to help it along. Get along, little doggy, get along. Love that you made the stencil and the card looks fantastic. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love the print and cut features on the cards that I did like this. But I love when I make something and then something comes of it. That's like, oh, I did it. You know what I mean? It's like, look at what I can do. As Stuart from Comedy Central Mad TV. Look what I can do. All right, this needs to be cut down. So I'm going to cut this down to 3 3 3/4. By 5, I think, is what's going to be. We'll see. I'm going to cut that off. Let's see if I can get this at 5. Yes, perfect. Okay, so that's going to be 3 3/4 by 5. Then I'm going to take this piece that is, and I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4 by 4. And if you're worried about wasting paper, you can always take and cut something out of here. I know, right? And I can reuse them. That's why, that's the whole idea for the getting the actual Mylar. And it's like I said, it's, you get 10 sheets of 12 by 12 Mylar for $10.99. If you size them right, I got all 4 of these stencils. Look, I got the heart. I don't know if you saw the shamrock earlier, but I got the shamrock heart and the heart to go over it. And then I got these 2 out of 1 sheet. So I got them for like $1 a sheet. So I'm basically paying like 25 cents for a stencil set. Or like this stencil set cost me like 50 cents. You can't buy that at the stores for 50 cents. Do it. You know? It's like, you can't do it. Anyway. Anywho. So now I'm going to take and, you know, guys, I keep telling y'all, I'm all about being more affordable. And that's, you know, when I started this, I started with quilting and I wanted to make appliques. And I know y'all have probably heard this story before, but for those that haven't, I wanted to make appliques for a quilt. I wanted to make a quilt that had a branch coming out with an owl on it. And it was a quilt I saw. That's how I got my first big shot. That's how I ended up. But the cost of dies was like insane. And then I found out that the Cricut, you can actually resize and do all that. Well, you can't do that. Your die is your size. That's it. That's the size you have. You can't make it smaller, bigger, wider, longer. Like, I can turn around and take this design, and I can make it for a slim line. I can make it for, I can cut it into a heart shape. But you know what I mean? It's like, it's just much more affordable. All right, let's take this and line this up the best we can. There we go. It's a little crooked, but it'll be all right. Like, it's thicker on this side. I could always trim that if I wanted to. But you know Linda. And then we'll put this on here. Then I need something to go on it. I'm trying to think if I want to stencil, if I want to add ink to the edges of this. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to leave it the light. I'm going to leave it. Because it took us a while to get all those things popped out. So I've been on for a while probably. Y'all are probably tired of me already. Probably like, all right, Linda, come on. Hustle along. Move it along. Move along, little doggy. Move along. I am no good with this. Ugh. I just can't keep these straight. All right, now we'll make sure it's opening the right way. I'm just going to come in here. And we're going to go just like so. There we go. And now we just need to add something to it. You know, like, we can do all kinds of things to this. Look, we got these hearts right here. I wanted to show y'all. Right here, we got a purple blend. We can throw a purple. We're not going to glue it down. I'm just going to show you, though, what you can do. So I'm going to take this dark color. And I'm going to get my grip mat that needs to be cleaned badly. Badly, Linda. And just color that purple. And I used the dark one If you have a chisel end, it's better to color with the chisel end. And it just wipes off if you do that too soon. You gotta let it dry though. Let it dry. It shouldn't wipe off. It should stay on there. Gotta let it dry. The alcohol in here, it's gotta dry. I know acetate takes the color pretty good. But now I got a purple heart. I got a purple heart. Those of you that know the military awards, it's kind of like, okay, Linda. So now I could just add one purple heart to it if I wanted to. See? And then, okay. I'm trying to think of where my sentiments. Happy Valentine's Day. Oh, wait. I know what we can do. We got this really cute Bow Bunny stamp set that Denise sent me. Yes, possibilities are endless. Absolutely. And we can take this. We can take this love, and we can cut it and put it right on there. Why, yes, I think that's perfect for that. Look at that Ollie sale she got. Ah, gotta love it. Got to love it. All right, let's move this out of the way. I gotta be careful dropping paper because Trixie likes paper. All right, let's get our scrap paper. Let's get us a stamping block. Or our Misty. Let's just get our Misty out so we're not playing games. Sorry that I keep hitting the camera. Sorry. All right. I'll just stick this in here. Oh. We got two corners that are straight. Those are the ones we're lining up with to stamp with. The rest of this is not straight, but it's a little bit too big to go in the Misty, so there we go. Yeah, tomorrow's cleanup day. We'll see. We'll see if I don't get distracted by all the goodies here. Stay there. I said stay. And doom, 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 doom. And we'll take our little stamp and we'll rub it because I don't have any other way to. You could use, if you want to condition your stamp, you can use embossing ink to condition it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Where is my embossing ink? So just use your Versamark embossing ink and just do that first. And then get a scrap paper to stamp it off with. I'm not going to emboss. I know I probably should, but I'm not going to. I'm just conditioning my stamp. Okay. Trying to see how well it did. All right, now I can go on with the black ink. And I'm just going to use Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm going to come in here. I don't know how this is supposed to look, so we'll see. And I probably should have done it with a pink color, since it's doing the letter solid colors. But we did what we did, y'all. All right. It's going to be a little on the gray side. I actually might like the gray if it's solid. Trixie's trying to get out of the room. Oh, it didn't do it solid down right there. I missed some spots. Oh, there we go. Let's ink it one more time. Just give me a few minutes, Trixie. Mommy's almost done. And then we'll go out. All right. We'll just... There we go. And then we'll get our little handy dandy scissors. And go, boy, you got a mess going on over here, Linda. What a mess. I'm just going to come in here. I dislike fussy cutting, y'all. Y'all that know me know I dislike it. Turn the paper, not the scissors, if you can remember. Angle your scissors. I'm not going to do every little tiny crook and nanny. I'm just not, because y'all know I don't like Lazy Linda's at her finest. All right. You got to do better than that, Linda. That's not good enough. Just not good enough, my dear. Frankly, Scarlett. Make it simple. You're off camera. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better? Why is my camera so far up there? I'm trying to see what I'm doing. Why is my camera so far up there? That's crazy. All right. One way or another, I'm gonna find you. And I should do all the little nooks and crannies, but I'm not going to. What I can do is I can stamp this image and I can upload it into my Cricut and give myself, you know, like people do with scan and cut. This big paper is too much. I can scan that into my Cricut and then I can cut this out and then stamp it after, you know, just an offset, so that I don't have to worry about all this fussy cutting. I have some stamps that are like that. If you use May stamps, she gives you an SVG. You don't have to worry about the cost of dies because she gives free SVGs with her stamp sets. So you don't have to fussy cut if you don't want to. I'm getting jagged edges because I'm really not paying it. I'm not like, I don't know. My fingers just don't really care for this. My fingers don't like doing this. I used to be pretty good at it, and then not anymore. I said to myself, you know, when I was a little girl, I used to always cut out, make paper dolls out of the people out of magazines and things. I used to love to do that. I used to love to cut them out and cut the clothes out of the magazine and, you know. But I didn't have arthritis back then. I had vision issues, but I didn't have them as bad as I have them now either, back then. So, video earlier today, I got 3 cards done in that live. I never get that many cards done. Y'all know that, right? You see how long it takes me just to do 1 card? If I had the dies, it should be a lot easier. But I don't think Bo Bunny has dies. Is Bo Bunny even in business anymore? Does anybody even know? I love their stamps, but their stamps are silicone. Their stamps are not photopolymer. I like their stamps, but they're not photopolymer. And you can feel the difference in them. All right. Now we can take a marker. And I'm just going to use antique pink. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah. Antique pink blend. And I'm going to go with the dark for the heart in the middle. I think that's the closest marker color I have for Seedless Preserve. Is the antique pink. Am I still on camera? Yeah. I'm not doing anything super fancy. I'm just going to add a little bit of color. Not a lot. Breathe, Linda. Quit holding your breath. I don't know why I do that, but I hold my breath when I'm... So if I'd had inked this in a pink color, I wouldn't have to even be worrying about this. The ink would have done all the work for me. I don't know if I want to... I don't. I think I want to just leave that like that. So look, let me take that off. It doesn't really match that great. But there we go. I know what'll make it look better. We're going to go over it lightly. Probably going to regret this, but... Hold on, baby girl. It's only paper. We can always do it again if we don't like it. You know, we don't have to glue it down. We can see, but it's too stark on that pink. Hold on, Trixie. Let me go open the door for her. Let me go open the door for her. Be right back. 1 second. All right, I'll open the door for you. Come on. Go, go, go. Go. Keep going. Oh, look what I found. I think I like that on there better. I think I like that. Oh, she needs to hurry up. I got the door open so she can, and that cold air is just swarming in here. Oh no. So those of you that don't know, I don't put heat on outside the rest of the house because of electric costs and stuff. I don't heat the rest. I just heat my room and the bathroom that I'm in. And I just want the edges darker. You know, lighter on the word love, darker on the very edges. Hurry up, Trixie. Mommy's getting really cold. All right. All right, I think I like that now. The only thing it needs now is glossy accents. And glued down. And Trixie to come back in here because it's getting cold in here. All right, we're going to put it down. We're going to make her come back in here. Be right back, y'all. Thank you for being patient with me. But I got to go get her. Come on, Trixie, what are you doing? It's freezing. Where are you? Hurry up. I'm freezing. Are you there? Are you there? No? People are waiting for Mommy to finish over here. Okay, let's go, come on. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Trixie, let's go. Let's go on. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. Alright, I'm just going to glue this down, and we're going to put that on there, and we're going to put glossy accents on, and we're going to be finished. Are you done now? Are you in here with me now? Well, you're the one who made it cold in here, not Mommy. You're the one who made it cold in here. Like, I'm not the one who opened the door, Mommy. I'm not the one who opened the door, Mama. You know, you guys can also cut out vinyl and stuff. You're just going to stay down there, you little brat. And then we're going to put foam on that. Drive by your house. We're going to put foam on there. We are. As soon as I find it. Your lid on your glue, Linda. Y'all still with me? Am I still live? Or did y'all leave when I left? Okay, we got our scissors. We're just gonna there. I'll put this one here. Maybe, baby, it'll stick. I'll stick that one there. And then we got to peel. I'm still here. Okay, cool. Just working alongside Linda. Oh, thanks, Lala. I appreciate y'all being here with me. Crafting along. I love it when y'all are crafting alongside or working and doing stuff alongside with me. I just got to check every now and then. You know, I get a little... I'll just slap it right there. All right, you need to burnish that down. Oh, boy. What did I do with my... There it is. You need to burnish it down. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. So Denise is still here, Lori's still here, Margot's still here, and Lala's still here. Yay! We're almost done, guys, I promise. I just got to peel this off, slap them down, and put some glossy accents on, because I put that stuff on everything. I'm watching my mouth because I don't want to make anybody blush tonight. Just sometimes I let it all slip, let it all come on out. The sailor in me just gets going. But tonight I'm making her behave. Telling pregnancy, delivery horror stories. Oh no. I was lucky. I didn't really have any horror stories. I have like shock and disbelief. Shock and awe. No. I was very fortunate. I don't really have any horror stories for that. My grandmother did, and she made sure we all knew it. She only had one kid, my mother. And we all heard that story 50 million times. About how she almost died giving birth and all that stuff. But, alright, we're just going to put that right in the center. Boy, this turned out so cute, didn't it, guys? And then we're going to put some glossy accents. Let's get our little pin because I know it clogs. Every time I use this stuff clogs on me. Don't know why it does, but it does. It's probably because I shook it. I don't know. I don't know. Right? We're going to glossy accent this whole thing. Alright, if we can get it to come out. There we go. I'm just going to put a thin layer on the whole thing. I mean, if you wanted to be fancy, you could have went in and done green and all that stuff. I'm not doing all that. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to glossy accent the whole thing. Just even a little space right there. Just because I'm like trying to hurry it along here. Because I know you guys have been watching. I've been on here for a while. And I know some people are on like hours and hours, but people who watch any replays don't like that. They won't watch the replays if they're like too long. Especially when you're having conversations with other people. I've been trying to make some videos Yeah, that's cute. I like that. But it needs a little tiny bit of glitter in there. Yes, I do, Denise. I put that on everything. All right, where's the glitter? Where's the silver glitter? What did I do with it? I don't know what I did with it. I want glitter in there, though. What did I do with it? Oh, I have some red glitter stuff from Maker Forte in here. Guys, go in your stash. Pull out your stuff. Oh, yeah. And hit the thumbs up. Thanks, y'all. Thank you, Denise. So that one's red. I'm assuming this is glitter. I don't remember. Melissa sent this to me. It is Maker Forte, who used to be a business. I don't know if she still is or not, but she came back. I don't know if she's still back or what, but Sugar Sparkle, I think, is glitter. I don't think it's embossing powder. I think it's glitter. So, we're going to carefully open this. And we're going to take this off. We're going to dip our finger in. I'm just going to when it dries, it'll just have a little bit of a reddish sparkly to it. It won't be like, won't be overbearing or anything, you know. Just a light little glitter. And it won't stick to anywhere else on the card that it's at because, well, there's nothing wet for it to stick to. Just tap, 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 tap. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's just a tiny bit of little sparkle in there. Just a little. A lot of sparkle. I like sparkle. All right, guys. So that's how we do that. We recap. We cut out, we popped out of these stencils. Which, where is the scrap that I used for, where did it go? Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go? Here it is. So this was this stencil. And then we have this piece that we laid over it to show you. You can do just the outline. I could do just the outline. And use it like a template to make shaped cards and stuff. I should do that. I should show you how to make the... Anyway, anywho. So see the shamrocks? And then we did this one, which is this one. And we did it all with our Maker 4. So if you have... I've never tried to cut stencil material with the regular Joy, the little blue one. And I don't know anything at all about the Joy Extra, because I've never used the Joy Extra. I know that you can print and cut with it, and that it's a bigger area, like a 8.5 wide area. Whereas the Cricut Joy is a 4.5 area on the mat. And you cannot do print and cut with the little Cricut Joy. But I know with the Explore series and the Maker series, you can cut stencils. Because it uses the fine tip blade. Just choose the Mylar thing. If you can't find Mylar, the material Mylar, use acetate. But check before you unload. And if I was you, I would run it 4 times instead of 3 like me. And then you wouldn't have to fight with them as much as I did. So you can always send it through to cut again if you don't unload your mat. All right, guys. That's it for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and crafting. I hope you enjoyed that. No, the fine point blade. It doesn't give you the option for it doesn't tell you to do that. And because it scans your blade, it's like, no, I just use the, thank you, Lala. Thank you so much for hanging with us. I hope you get all your work done. I hope you have fun doing it if that's something fun. And I hope you don't get too humid over there. All right, everybody. Y'all know what time it is? Any other questions? Before I go, I don't know why I don't think about questions. I just it's like you guys are usually answering my questions. Oh, thank you, Margot. All right, guys. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Hope you had fun crafting with me. Hey, hey. Goodbye.